Here's Kendall Marshall, who played earlier this season in the D-League. The enjoyment of their first 50-win season in 5 years. Harden, Jones, Kelly comes out in the drive.
Too easy.
18th overall pick. He's got 10 points, 10 of Houston's 12.
Not surprised to see Terrence Jones play this way. He can space the floor, but more importantly, he can attack that basket inside with his strong finishes.
Parsons finishes with a hammer. At the other end, more transition baskets by the Rockets.
Well, I'll tell you what, Terrence Jones is having a flashback looking at Kentucky in the
Good reporting, David. Thank you very much.
Don't you hate when that happens? No, Rex throws it out there, and then does a Michael Jackson moonwalk on Theodore Patrick's show.
What had happened was,
come on now, to the Eastern Conference Final, Chris.
If I'm Indiana, I just want to get my mojo back.
Yeah.
I want to go to wherever Stella went and get my groove back, because right now they are not playing well, and it's obvious to everybody in the league.
He may pass Mark Jackson at number 3.
And that's how you can tell this is a young Lakers team, because if I knew that, I'm running behind Steve Nash, as you see. Hard to get the foul right there, but I'm running behind him every time, just making a noise, because he's prone in Coach D'Antoni's system. Many few benches are spaced as well as the Lakers are.
It's Harden. Beautiful stroke.
The great equalizer has been that three-point shot, Chris.
I'm really surprised that with Nash hiding on defense, because he's just older than everyone, is the nice
That was a
move.
beautiful play by Parton.
And number 2, this is a team that charges a lot of money for tickets.
The energy of a teenager, and he just wants to make sure, like you said, he's eating right. He's mentally in shape, physically in shape. You have to love his dedication.
Jones, my goodness, what a first half. Ashik the screen, rolling for Harden. The scoop goes off to Parsons. Chandler.
With Jody Meeks, who has 16 points in this first half.
And 14 in the quarter. Look at the swerving Harden move.
For him just to wave everybody down and say, give me a 1-4, that means just let me play and put this guy on ice skates by myself.
There's the screen. Ashik has got 6 points and 9 boards. They throw it inside, and Parsons was already airborne. Final seconds. We get close to the playoffs. That is the address for all the latest in NBA news. Harden with a long three from outside. In the first round by Phoenix. And Jones with a 3. Is 3 of 3, shooting the 3 here in the third. Ashik inside with a nice feed from James Harden. Goes to the Rockets in the trade. Has been sensational, but he now is the focus of every defense. The top of the scouting report. Lynn.
It's much harder, and C-Web, you can somewhat attest to this, because you were always the #1 option from high school to Michigan to the pro ranks. It's much harder going from the third wheel to the top bunk of it, as Harden has done.
And let's continue this conversation when we get back. Harden just put in his 20th point account. There's a drive by Farmar and picked up by Harden halfway through the third. Houston is 10 of 12 shooting from the floor. Harden the triple.
That's a toy.
Come on, he playing around with that, Reggie.
Come on, that's a toy.
He playing around.
Nice ball movement here. 22 assists, 37 made field goals. What?
Harden is. You guys are on the same page in that.
Yeah, we are.
What about Tim Hardaway? What about Michael Carter-Williams? Here comes wheeling Harden inside. Nice play by Jones.
This is the biggest streak they've ever had.
Yes.
This late, I would have expected that their second or third year. And just because he has Tim doesn't mean he hasn't had to change the way in which he's coached. So I definitely.
Young inside, knocked away by Garcia, picked up by Harden, weaving and driving and laying it in for 2.
Picasso.
When you gather that 1-2, you know, it's almost like a power dribble. It's almost like a drop step, because he gets both feet together, even though he's going off that left leg. And how can you stop that?
That's a turnover by Farmar, and